east side of the Citadel. Now don't worry about the Zerg. They're busy finishing off the Protoss. Yeah, I thought you'd like that.
Gurney, this time I really will kill you.
Sure, boss. Get in line.
I can't believe you'd stab me in the back.
Ugh. Really?
What?
You really didn't see it coming? How much of a dope are you?
A dope?
A dope. You really thought both of us were getting rich? That's not how this works, buddy. One of us gets rich, the other gets stabbed in the back. I just got there first.
You piece of
Would you two shut up?
Huh?
Rockwell's
What?
sitting here, listening to a couple of morons jabbering like hens, and all Rockwell can think is, why aren't the Zerg here yet? You jabronis think you got it bad? Rockwell just got hired for a job, and now he's locked up with a couple of morons waiting to die. And all they can do is argue with each other like it actually matters that one of them might be slightly more of an asshole than the other. So Rockwell is thinking that you two should know your role and shut your damn mouths.
Wow, that made a lot of sense.
Well, look who it is.
the only person I might hate more than you, mate.
Charming. So, anyone looking for a job?
Rockwell must have heard you wrong.
I've got a proposition for you. Figured it might be interesting.
A proposition?
Simple. I break you out of here, you help me with a job.
Rockwell definitely heard you wrong, because as Rockwell remembers it, your candy ass is the reason he's in this cage.
What a coincidence.
Weren't you the one just yelling at us?
So?
I'd rather rot in this jail than work for you, Trench. Puh.
Gurney?
Better than dying.
Rockwell can't disappoint the millions and millions of Rockwell's fans.
You guys are really gonna work for this asshole after what he did?
What choice do we have, Charlie? You think the Protoss are just gonna give you life in prison? You think they won't put your head on the block?
Oh. Right. Fine. I'm in.
Alright, first things first. Let's get our gear.
We don't have time for that. I'll get you out of here just fine.
Rockwell isn't leaving without his tank.
I'm sure as hell not leaving Jane behind.
Jane?
He named his suit after his mother.
This just got weird.
Tell me about it.
Anyway, your gear should be in their armory. This way. Don't have to ask me. What do you want? This time,
What's the story?
let me guess.
Don't take up too much of the Great One's time. Rockwell here.
Trench reporting.
You know, if we're gonna be wandering around this place, I'd love to get my hands on those resources.
Classy as always, Gurney.
Hey, I gotta undo the damage you did somehow. We'll need to knock out whatever generators are powering those shields, so keep your eyes open.
It's weird on the shit. Let me guess. You need some
Rockwell here.
I'm hurt bad. It see if we can find some first aid supplies in these crates. Let me guess. You need something. Trench reporting in.
What do you need?
What do you want this time? Trench reporting in. Okay, here's the armory. Your gear should be around here somewhere. Don't have to ask me.
You better know your role.
Got a smoke, mate? Alright, let's move it. Anyone need a light?
Where's Rockwell's tank?
Should have been here. Gurney's mech, too. Look, we've got to go, guys. This job will more than pay for new gear.
No can do. How can Rockwell be the most electrifying siege tank pilot in the sector without the most electrifying siege tank?
You're gonna get us all killed, McFly.
Can we please focus on getting out of here? There's a maintenance bay this way, I think. Maybe they were working on the vehicles.
Yeah, go ahead.
Anyone's...
What's the story?
Don't take up too much of the...
Let me guess.
Got a smoke?
What do you need, jabroni? Shut...
Mox here. What's the plan? Got a smoke, mate? Mox here. What's the plan? Yeah, go ahead. What's the story?
What do you want this time?
Mox here. What's the plan? Alright, let's move it.
Let me guess.
Yep.
What's the story?
Rockwell here.
Got a smoke, mate?
We're gonna need to get to the elevator if we want to get your gear.
And we're gonna have to get past that Vespine leak. That stuff will burn our lungs out before we get to the other side.
Speaking of burning, that stuff ignites real nice. This seems like the perfect time for Jane's revenge.
For the record, it's still weird that you named your suit after your mother.
She was a hell of a lady. Emphasis on hell. Now that's a bumper. All clear. Let's move.
What do you need,
What's the story? No worries. Sounds about right. Alright, let's move it. Now that's a bomber idea.
Don't take up too much.
Yeah, go ahead. Got a smoke, mate? No worries. Mox here. What's the plan?
Trent,
What's the story? Sounds about right.
I bet this thing powers one of those shields downstairs. Let's take it out.
Yeah, go ahead. No worries. Got a smoke, mate? Alright, let's move it.
Rockwell here.
Mox here. What's the plan?
You better...
What's the story?
What do you need, jabroni?
Yeah, go ahead.
Don't take up too much.
What's the story?
Rockwell here.
Got a smoke, mate? What's the story?
You better know your role. Shut your...
Mox here. Got a smoke?
What do you need, jabroni?
Yeah, go ahead.
Don't take up too much of the...
What's the story? Now that's it. Yeah, go ahead. Sounds about right.
Trent,
Mox here. What's the plan? Got a smoke, mate? Alright, let's move it. No worries. Alright, let's move it. Now that's a bonzer idea. What's the story? No worries.
You better know your role.
Mox here. What's the plan? Sounds about right. Alright, let's move it. Now that's a bonzer idea. Sounds about right. Yeah, go ahead. No worries. that's a bonzerone. What's the story?
Don't take up too much of the...
Yeah, go ahead. Gurney, is that really how you see the world?
How?
Just a race to see who gets stabbed in the back last? Talk about dark.
Seriously, Charlie? Ugh. Charlie, you were willing to hold planets hostage with a horde of Zerg, but you draw the line at stabbing someone in the back?
That was your idea. You talked me into it. No one was supposed to get hurt. An easy payday, you said. Sure, I was fool enough to believe you, because you saved my bacon in the past. I felt like I owed you, so that's on me. But a man's gotta have a code, Gurney.
Rockwell has a code, and it says that the only thing those jabroni Zerg are good for is having a smackdown laid on them. Once Rockwell is done with this job, he quits.
Now that's a bonzer idea.
The Zerg strike from both flanks. To the north where you can.
Got a smoke, mate? No worries. Now that's a bonzer idea. No worries. Alright, let's move it. Ah, wonderful. These things are basically indestructible. No way we're getting through without some serious firepower.
Like Rockwell's tank.
Or my mech. Situations like this are exactly why I set up the nuke vent.
You did that on purpose?
Yeah, what's the story? Mox here. What's the plan? Sounds about right. Yeah, go ahead. Got a smoke, mate? Mox here. What's the plan? What's the story? No worries.
Anyway,
Yeah, go ahead. Sounds about right. What's the story?
Don't take up too much of the Great One's time.
looks like we can drop down here.
Sure. What could go wrong? Now that's a bonzer idea.
Bad luck. Looks like that force field is powered by that generator, but we can't get at it.
If Rockwell had his tank, he could take that thing down just like he did Chucky's power generators.
Yeah, thanks for that, mate. Yeah, go ahead. Mox here. What's
You better know your role.
got a smoke, mate?
What do you need, jabroni?
Yeah, go ahead. No worries. Now that's it. Bombs are on. Got a smoke, mate?
Rockwell here.
What's the story?
Don't take up too much.
Mox here. What's the plan? Alright, let's move it. Sounds about right. Alright, let's move it. No worries.
What do you want this time?
What's the story? Mox here. What's the plan?
Someone's getting...
Got a smoke, mate?
You better know your role.
Yeah, go ahead. Now that's a bonzer.
Don't take up too much of the Great One.
You must be kidding me. No tank?
Unbelievable.
Well, Gurney, you might as well suit up.
The Great One is not amused.
Hey, General, I've got a question. Do you practice that nonsense?
Practice what?
Never mind. I'd say that we should forget the tank, but
Rockwell isn't going.
Anywhere without his tank. We got it, mate.
Any ideas, Trench?
well, we've been all over. Last place I can think of is the launch bay. Maybe somebody's been joyriding.
Rockwell's gonna kill them. Twice if he scratched the paint job.
You got him.
Rockwell here.
I'm up for anything.
What's the story?
Let me guess. You...
Gurney here, find me a target.
What do you need,
Mox here. What's the plan? Sounds about right. Alright, let's move it. No worries. Sounds about right. No worries. Alright, let's move it. Now that's a bonzer idea. Alright, let's move it. Now that's a bonzer idea. Sounds about right. No worries. Now that's a... yeah, go ahead. Sounds about right.
You better know your role.
Smoke 'em if you got 'em. That's carnage. Now that's what I call carnage.
That wasn't funny the first 50 times you said it. It ain't funny now. Now that's a bonzer idea.
Okay, the vehicle bay should be down there.
Oh man, I just put new shocks in this thing.
Rockwell has come back to the siege tank.
Great. Can we please leave now?
Gladly. Mox here. What's the plan? Alright, let's move it. Got a smoke, mate? Sounds about right.
I'm up for anything. Sounds good.
Yeah, go ahead. What's the story? No worries. Yeah, go ahead.
Rockwell here.
Mox here. What's the plan? Got a smoke, mate? What's the story? Yeah, go ahead. Now that's a bonzer idea. Sounds about right. No worries. Now that's a bonzer idea. Alright, let's move it.
What do you need?
Mox here. What's the plan? Got a smoke? What's the story? No worries.
You better know your role. Shut your mouth and know your damn role. Rockwell's laying the smack down. Whatever you say.
Yeah, go ahead. What's the story? Alright, let's move it. Sounds about right.
Rockwell here.
Mox here.
Don't take up too much of the Great One's time. Get your candy ass out of the way. Whatever you say, jabroni. Get your candy ass out of the way.
Got a smoke, mate? Alright, let's move it. Now that's a bonzer idea. No worries.
What do you need?
Yeah, go ahead. Sounds about right. Now that's a bonzer idea. Alright, let's move it. No worries. Sounds about right.
You better know your role.
Got a smoke, mate? What's the story?
You're in here, fight.
Mox here. Got a smoke, mate? Now that's a bonzer idea. No worries. Now that's a bonzer. Mox here. What's the plan? Sounds about right. Alright, let's move it. Yeah, go ahead. No worries. Alright, let's move it. No worries. Alright, let's move it. What's the story? Sounds about right.
Don't take up too much of the Great One's time. Open fire!
Mox here. What's the plan?
You better
Got a smoke, mate? Now that's a bonzer idea.
I'm up for it.
Mox here.
Smoke 'em if you got 'em.
Yeah, go ahead. What's the story? Sam, got a smoke, mate? Now that's a bonzer idea. No worries. Alright, let's move it. No worries. Sounds about right. Yeah, go ahead. Alright, let's move it. No worries. Sounds about right. What's the story? Now that's a bomb.
Let me guess.
You got a smoke, mate? Alright, let's move it. Now that's a bonzer idea. Sounds about right. No worries. Now that's a bonzer idea. Alright, let's move it. Sounds about right.
Yep. Go ahead. You're here.
Mox here. What's the plan? Now that's a bonzer idea. Sounds about right.
You better know your role.
Yeah, go ahead. No worries. Alright, let's move it. No worries. Alright, let's move it. What's the story? Sounds about right. Now that's a bonzer idea. No worries. Alright, let's move it. Now that's a bonzer idea. Sounds about right. Alright, let's move it.
I'm up for anything. Too easy.
Got a smoke, mate?
Ah, there's a shield generator. I bet it's powering the other shield. Take it out and we're rich.
Yeah, go ahead. Got a smoke, mate? What's the story? Sounds about right.
Yes.
Mox here. What's the plan? What's the story?
Onwell here.
Yeah, go ahead. Now that's a bonzer idea. No worries. Alright, let's move it. Mox here. What's the plan? Sounds about right. Alright, let's move it. No worries. Got a smoke, mate? Now that's a bonzer idea. Alright, let's move it. What's the story? No worries. Sounds about right. Yeah, go ahead. Now that's a bonzer idea. Sounds about right. No worries. Sounds about right. Now that's a bonzer idea. Alright, let's move it. Mox here. What's the plan? Now that's a bonzer idea. Trench?
For the record, I happen to subscribe to Gurney's philosophy on backstabbing.
Well done, Mr. Astor.
That's why you pay me, broker.
Oh shit.
You said he was dead.
Nobody had seen him for months.
Rockwell needs to be more selective about his jobs.
Ms. Smith will pay you the agreed upon sum. I believe this concludes our business.
Much obliged. See you around.